So Bobby, now you can manifest.
We have a convergence of access points to preferable worlds. Worlds in which there are public goods provisioned upstream of our many dimensions of risk and need for self-making, in which we have found the biodiversity ahead of our thriving, the microbiome thriving and conservation flourishing that we require in order for the alliance of 1,000 beings that we find ourselves to be ourself within. We are able to all meta-thrive at the same time in synchronicity with the world in which biodiversity collapse has been averted and in which our Shangri-Laification can proceed without the peril of dystopian expectation collapsing before our eyes. We can experience a solar punk experience here. Sulfur punk has experientially been a underutilized experience of recognition that we can pattern match all the places that we have been in which there has been community, and all the places we have been where global problems have been taken on, and all of the contextualities we have seen where we have gained perspectives that we would not have access without levels of camaraderie, of collaboration that are unprecedented in norm, but not entirely without precedent in our lives. So how we then arrive at a place where all these spaces are context filled, all these spaces are integrated ways of progressing through a reality towards a future fit for our future selves. These are expressed, experienced, and not just tacitly, not just theoretically, not just analytically, empirically, or from a hypothetical direction. Rather, these are the living forces of subjunctive that follow suit from our integration of perspectives, of possibilities, instantiation and reification of possibilities bright enough to be forms of solar kinds of aspiration fuel for each of our abilities to dream proportionate to our opportunities in this life, to align with every future that resonates with every alternative utopia that we have curated, that is recombinative, a milieu of multi-dimensional apexes from every thematic dimension of self, from the sensory to the synchronicity of empirical understanding, the unified theories that were impossible before breakthroughs, the ability of us to use every tool in a toolbox that didn't exist before so recently in order to reroute at the speed of our necessity to futures that are not just slightly, a little bit appropriate for ourselves, but are so extremely, perfectly, portably, customizably, are uniquely designed for us futures, tailor-made futures of the contexts, every layer of which would be to allow our systemic nurture to arrive at the speed we need for kinpiphanies and kindred quests and quorums to reach the scope of salience, significance, and instigation required to reach futures that are joyously worth celebrating. Even if we have a chance at them, they are worth being in manifestation towards together. So with that, I express this is a joy to be with you all together.
Leverage. Aye.
Yeah. We have the minerals of futures that are inspirational to us. And those minerals are one another's dreams, one another's notions like design justice with us, and the reflection that was created this week in terms of layers of meaning that are non-quantifiable and incomparable. And as we percolate in each other's dreams, we realize that they are the mineral diversification of our mimetic diet, such that we are able to express a holistic kind of thrivability that has every thematic dimension of utopianization covered and stewarded for and tamed, such that we are able to be polymathic in a integral level of all dimensions that we have ever witnessed awareness from a dimension in life that has been important. We are able to feel like the meta problems that we encounter are under such a distributed auspices, such a fractalized collective agency, that no piece of the problem breaks burden upon any one of us without us collectively finding new agency as the discovery of gaps allow for a more macroscopic perspectivizing. We are each other's microscopes and we are each other's macroscopes. We are each other's specificoscopes and we are each other's generalizable scopes. We are indeed the ways in which we know how far we are from ourselves is not an abstract compass we can use solipsistically, but an integrated protocol of dialogic manifestation of what our hearts find, what Charles Eisenstein calls the most beautiful future our hearts know possible, has a shortcut. And the shortcut to that is each other. In dialogic parallax to demystify the path from here to the future most preferable at the speed that exhilarates our heart with the imminency of what we can manifest in cross-referentiality. For we are each other's Karens in the night and in the day, such that we can not just hike in random routes, but journey as the path allows towards the world's most preferable that Shangri-La allows.
Yeah.